All right. Hello, everybody. Uh, my voice is like almost completely shot. I've tried to save it over the past couple days for this stream, but I've got some crazy allergies and I am nursing quite the cold right now. And I have a really bad sunburn too, but that doesn't affect my voice. Just wanted to give you all a heads up. I specifically picked the model cycles for today's live stream because it's a device I know that I could go a while without talking, while using. Kind of save my voice and still be able to interact with you all. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Looks like we got a couple of the regulars in here this afternoon / evening / whatever time it is wherever you are. As you can see, we have the model cycles in front of us. Per usual, if someone could give me a check on the audio, just let me know you can hear me. OBS says you can hear me, but I never trust it. Actually, YouTube says I have no audio coming in. That's fun. If I mute the microphone, it's because I probably have to cough. Awesome. Jackson L says, sounding good. That's all I needed. First of all, before we dive in here, does anybody have any requests or anything you want to hear with the model cycles? Haven't played with this in a while. I was thinking maybe going in and doing some sound design experimentation with the kick engine or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do here. Make Mistakes is here. Sadiq Cat is here. Anthony Goodley's here. Garen is in the building. Start off with some sweet quad bass fills. I'm going to go ahead and see what we can do here with the kick drum. The most absurd sounds I can manage. All right, let's do that with the kick drum. So I'm going to turn on punch, which I think it's a little bit of overdrive. Not exactly sure, but it does sound cool. And then, of course, we can actually bring down the volume itself and then increase the volume with distortion. Is it capable of triangle and bell sounds? Yes, kind of. Let's actually take a quick detour for that. So we have the metallic engine here, metal. That's the machine it's called. Let's go into the preset menu and see if we can't find them here. It's been a while since I've gone into these. We'll just check out the factory stuff. Cymbal. So yeah, you can actually get some pretty decent bell sounds, I suppose. That's not one of them. It's a cool sound, though. I really like that. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't really ever completely gone through all of the presets in here. Let's listen to some effects, actually. I had no clue you could get those kinds of sounds out of the cycles. I have to remember I'm streaming, so I have to read comments. Yeah. Anthony, you're a new subscriber. Well, welcome. I am slightly new at streaming, so bear with me here. That's a pretty absurd sound right there. What if we crank up the reverb? Didn't really do much, did it? That's weird. Oh, because I forgot to select the sound. That's right. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Coming from the cycles. How would you typically separate the 6 sounds, and can one be multi-function? Excuse me. Like I said, my voice is going. Yes, you can definitely have. Well, let's take track 4 here, which is this like weird perk engine. Let's set it to a kick engine, and we will go like 4 on the floor, and then on the offbeat here, I will actually set it to a metal engine. Excuse me. There we go. See, you can definitely have multi-use tracks, which is really cool. It's engine per step, which, yeah, is really, really nice to have. It makes the 6 tracks go a long way. That's the sound I was looking for. That's super cool. And in terms of separating the 6 tracks, I typically will go like kick drum on 1, snare drum on 2, hi-hat and other cymbal on 3, and then fill in the blank spaces with auxiliary perk if I need it. And then I will use track 4 for a bass line, track 5 for a lead, and then track 6 for either another bass or another lead sound, or another melodic sound. And there's also the chord engine as well. So that's typically how I will separate them out. Jackson, debating between picking up a used Polyend tracker and waiting to get the Mini. Are the improvements worth the higher price for someone that doesn't care about portability? I'm not sure. I do not yet have my hands on a Mini. I've been talking with Polyend. Hopefully I'll be grabbing one soon. Excuse me, to try out. But if you're not really concerned with portability, I'd say, I mean, there's no harm in waiting, you know, if you can, to really be able to compare them. But if not, go ahead and pick up the original tracker. It's still a great device. I used mine for a bit this morning on another project. Yeah, I really, really like it still. In fact, it's my favorite Groovebox still that I own. Actually, no, it's now tied with a mystery piece of gear. A mystery Groovebox for my favorite Groovebox ever. Cheap Noise, you are looking at the Monotrons. Which is better, the Duo or the Delay? I'd probably say the Delay, but I've never used the Duo, but I really like the sound of the Duo too. I'm going to turn down the Model Cycles because apparently it's too loud. Is that better? Is that better for all of you? Let me know. Yeah, I'd probably go with the Delay, just because I have one and I use it quite frequently, and I'm familiar with it. But I really don't think you can go wrong with either of them. Honestly, they're so expensive, or inexpensive. Sorry, they are so inexpensive and just absolutely great little devices. I literally keep my Monotron Delay right on the gear stand next to me on the top shelf. Like I can grab it at any point and start making noise with it. Sorry, anytime I mute the mic, it's because I have to cough. Let's go ahead. I'm on track 6 here. Let's go ahead and actually explore some more presets because I haven't really done that. We're in the effects category. There's 34. Oh, Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. I think it was Make Mistakes was asking if we could do some FM bells. Yeah, this one is literally called FM bells. Oh, interesting. It uses the chord engine. That's cool. FX Bois. How's the volume on the cycles, by the way? It's a little quiet in my ears. I really like that sound. I might have to use that in the future. Effects command. Whoa. What? I had no clue it could do that. I'm gonna have to go mess with the reverb settings internally, I think. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, that really works for me. Kind of wish I had a keyboard plugged in right now. Right now, actually. Oh, forgot to select it. Dang it. I want to hear how this sounds like up high, you know? So I'm just going to sequence like a very basic line here. Here. Goodness. Just throwing some random notes in here. Kind of random. Oh! That's pretty nasty. I want that to be like a little more controllable pitch-wise. Okay, I feel like a dummy for never really exploring the presets on here. Wow. Yeah, that was my first thought, Anthony. Daft Punk, definitely. That's a super cool sound. Didn't know this was a Roland box. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I don't know why you have to select them. I think if the cursor, or if you scrolled to it, you should be able to do it. Forgive me 1 second. I'm going to take a drink of water here. I'll leave you with this. I'm back. That's good water. I got a new water bottle today. Shout out to Lady Freebeat, who replaced my old one of like 4 years. It was falling apart. She got me a new one. Let's see here. Let's keep going. We'll switch to this track, to track 5 now, because I quite like that sound there. It reminds me of the beginning of Disney's Main Street Electrical Parade. That's a super like specific thing to think of, but that's just that synth sound in my head that just like pings at my nostalgia. All right, back to the effects section. That's cool. Drowsy. Now it's kind of boring. Fathom. Neat. Now that is pretty cool. I wonder how they're doing that. They're probably using the LFO. Let's select it. Probably using the LFO. Yeah, maybe? Yeah, there we go. To color, which is going to be the FM amount, which can really kind of give that detune effect. But with the chord engine there, that's really neat. Nice. That's super cool. All right. We will continue through here. Ooh. This one is different every time you hit it. It's called green. Maybe it's not. Hang on, what did I do wrong here? Could have sworn I selected it. Guess not. That's fun. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, really cool. However, we're going to keep going. I hope you all don't mind the deep dive here into the effects section. That one's okay. Clang. What would be my favorite gear to pair with the model cycles? Honestly, I really like it on its own. I know that's such a silly answer, but for me right now, where I'm just now getting to the point with the channel where I actually have time to experiment with different pieces of gear connected together, I really haven't paired this thing with anything yet, other than using it to control like the Volca drum or the MPC-1. I prefer it as like a songwriting tool by itself, and that's just because of the sequencer. How you get, 96 patterns, each up to 64 steps long per project. I don't know. I really like it. I wish it could export sounds or tracks, stems, because I would do most of my arranging on this actually, like initially, and then I'd pop stuff over to Ableton or whatever and work that way. But yeah, the chance and conditional triggering is so cool. Just the ease of use of the sequencer, how functional copy and clear and paste are with the function button here. It's literally just like boop, boop, or boop, 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 right there. So easy. This one's called Nors. Wow. Cool, but maybe not for this. This one's called Lay. Okay. LF Noise. Checks out. Hey, Derek Taylor is in the building. It's going well. My voice is trying to hang in there. We're going through some of the presets on the model cycles here. This one's FX Noise Select, I'm guessing. Cool. Noise stab. If price was not an issue, would I still take this over the Syntact? I'm going to upset all 11 people in here, all 10 people in here. But yeah, I think I would. I did not like the workflow of the Syntact at all. I like how kind of bare bones this is, and having knob per function really is cool. There was just a lot of, I don't know, a lot of little things that I did not get along with the Syntact well on. And I don't know. I want to try the Digatone. The Digitact, honestly, I'm not really interested in at all. I'll probably try the Digatone eventually. But yeah, the Model Cycles for me is just like the perfect budget Groovebox. I do want to give the Model Samples a shot, though, because it's basically this, but just with your own sounds, which is cool. FX Perks. That's neat. Pew pew. Huh. Was hoping it was going to be a little more Star Wars-y of a sound. Phono. That's more like the classic Model Cycle sounds that everybody thinks of. Not bad, but I feel it's very easy to fall into that trap when you're designing your own sounds. Plip. Poing. Rander. Sure, why not? Rock. Okay. Rees. Cool. Siren. Neat. Syro. I feel like that would be like a sound effect from like a bad movie, a bad sci-fi film in like the 60s. Like, I don't know, that sounds very Plan 9 from Outer Space to me. Garen, yes, I do agree. Being able to save pattern chains on the model series, the cycles and the samples would be amazing. I remember when I wrote my Model Cycles single called No Better Time a couple years ago, which you can find on my Bandcamp page, by the way, which should be linked in the description. Can't remember. I remember that was like, I think like 71 patterns long or something like that, and going through and chaining them each individually was a huge pain in the ass. I do remember that. FX Splash. It's a big splash. In a very gross water. Hey, Bandcamp is indeed in the description. Cool. Whoops. What did I do? Spooky, here we go. Not that spooky. Vidya. Vwig. Oh, I like that. Cool. Wave. How does it sound if we mute the actual kick drum? It's a little delay. Do you hear that? But together they sound really good, I think. Yeah, that's cool. I might save this as you know, the building blocks of a new track. Okay, do we have anything on track 4? Whoops. Track 4, there we go. We do. We don't have anything on track 2, though, so that's where we will continue our peek into the factory presets here. Sorry if you see the lights flicker. That's every time the AC kicks on, because we have like an in window, well, it's in screen door for us, an AC unit, because it's like 96 degrees right now, which, that's like 35 or 36 degrees Celsius. It's hot outside. Yeah, so we are doing our best to stay cool. My studio is on like the other side of the apartment, though, so I don't catch much of that air. Let's see, that was Reese, I think? No, that was Splash. No, it was Vidya. No, it was Wig, or maybe it was Wave, I can't remember. Let's try Well. It's kind of disappointing. How about Wire? It's a very FM-y sound, isn't it? Whirl? This one's called Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's all of the effects. Now we have a bunch of hi-hats. 61 different hi-hats. That sounds extreme. It's my favorite hi-hat sound. I love when I grab a pair of drumsticks and go hit a piece of metal, and it sounds like this. Actually, that would be super sick, and I would definitely have a physical acoustic hi-hat on my kit if it made that sound. That makes it sound like I don't have a hi-hat on my kit. I definitely do, but I would have an additional one. I like the use of the LFO on some of these to give it a little bit of a round-robin effect. So each hit's a little different sounding. A little more humanized. That's cool. And I really like that that's included in a device that I believe is still around the $300 US mark. I'm going to look that up really quick, because I don't know. I can't remember. Let's see. Model cycles. Looks like the price of the model cycles has gone up to $399 US, which is a $100 increase. There might be a video coming out about that soon. I don't know how I feel about that. Is this still budget at $300 or at $400 US? Sounds like a hi-hat on springs being hit by some brushy thing. I like it. Hi-hat, easy. Wow. €370 in France? Yeah. It's gone up. Because that's right about $400 US, right? I think. Well, that's fun. If I remember right, there's a couple excuse me. There's a couple presets in here that have some very vulgar names. We'll see if we come across any of those. Garen says the model samples has gone up to $399 US as well. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. You remember when these were $300 and like the Digitact and Digatone were, I think, $599 or like $649? Wouldn't that be nice? My left ear likes that one. Hi-hat real. I don't know about that. Okay, I like this rider one. Very much like if you have like a Neil Peart style kit where you have an open hi-hat, like a permanent slushy hi-hat on your right-hand side. I like that a lot. My big prog rock kit has one of those. That's actually a pretty good drum tip. If you've got like a slushy hi-hat sound, hit that big on your quarter notes on your downbeats. So and then on the offbeats, hit or sequence a ride cymbal softer, much softer dynamically. So gives a really nice wash. And you still get that driving quarter note, slushy hard rock hi-hat feel, but it's just kind of carried by almost a little bit of a jazzy element underneath, even though there's no swing. It's really nice. Hi-hat small. Oh, hi-hat snap. That's a gross word to say when you have a cold and allergies. Snap. You really got to dodge that nasty N sound. Snap. Softy. City Cat, I don't know why you're surprised. The OP1 is like so popular still. It's crazy. It's so much money. I just don't... Like, I love that I have an OG OP1, but that's a lot of cash for a new one. A lot of cash. Ooh, that's a fun sound. Hi-hat tiger. I'd say that sounds more real than some of the others. Ooh, I actually really like that. And this one's crazy too. Yeah, that's a cool one. Oh, that's the end. Okay. All right. Let's go back to bass drum. So there are 80 bass drum sounds in here. That's one thing I will give the Model Cycles credit for. You can get some stellar kick drums out of this thing. Very fun for programming kicks. Nope, none of that. Wow. Excuse me, wow. Cool. Chonker. I love that name. Maybe they named that for me. Although lately I've been very much less of a chonker. Ooh. I don't know if I'd ever use that for a kick drum, but it's a cool effect. Sounds very cyberpunky. That sound is the one I'm guessing you're referring to. Super cool. Wow, that is called bass drum deep, and it is indeed deep. Oh, I love it. Bass drum def. D-E-T-H. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. That is bass drum preset 21 out of 80. I'm going to go to my kick drum track here. I'm going to go function and page, which takes us to the scale setup and like pattern length section. We're going to change the length to 64 steps of just our kick drum. and I'm setting it to track, so it has its own pattern length, or its own track length against the other tracks. We're going to go to... Hang on, do I not have any kick drums on here? I don't. That is hilarious. Okay, well, time to program some in. And then the last time through the pattern, this one right here is going to be a different preset. It is going to be bass drum number 21. There we go. Yeah, cool. I like that a lot. Okay, back to track 2 here. Exploring more of the presets. That's massive. Really cool stuff in here with the LFO. A lot of people forget that the Model Cycles does have an LFO, and you can actually you can press the LFO button here to get to the basic stuff like the wave shape, the speed, the destination, and the depth. But if you hold function and press it, you get to an LFO setup menu where you can make it restart. There's a fade, and I forget what SPH is. It's been a while. I can't remember. But you do have some additional controls there, which is super neat. Just running through some of these here. Wow. That's cool. Sounds like it should be out of like Mario 64. Like you hear Thwomp. That was pretty good for a messed up throat. Alright, there's a lot of kick drum presets in here. Stonk. Cool. Ooh, I love that. Bass drum tight. Preset number 73. If you're just looking for a kick drum with like no BS added, just straight up BD, there you go. That's awesome. Careful, freebie. Cool. Okay, so there's the kick drums. Here's our claps. So we get 7 clap presets. We just found out actually a few minutes ago in this stream that the price of the Model Cycles, Anthony, has gone up to $399 US from $299 US. So yeah, $100 increase, 25% increase in the past year or so. Interesting how you get 80 kick drum presets and then only 7 for the claps. Kind of weird. Golf clap. That's another reason I'm not feeling great. On Sunday, I went to Lady Freebeat's parents' house and swam in the pool all day. Got a crazy sunburn. My allergies kicked up real bad, and I didn't sleep much that night. Then the next day, Oliver and I drove a couple hours out to a golf course and played around a golf so I could shoot a little footage and record a sample for Friday's video. And I was already super sunburned, and yeah, it was just Just not a great time, so I'm still recovering from that. I don't know if you can tell. My forearms didn't get it that bad. My shoulders are awful, though. Matt Rollins is here. Hey, how's it going, Matt? Semiconductors and chips have gotten much more expensive. Yes, that is definitely true. It's still just hard to watch some of your favorite pieces of gear that were like super budget, like the cycles and the samples. Just go up there, you know? Rough. All right, new category, cymbal. We get 10 cymbals. I think we took a look at these at the beginning. That one's pretty harsh. Yeah, it doesn't have really great cymbal sounds. It's category PC. That's a cool sound. A little bit of Jacko, right? Angst. You think you'd rather save up $1,300 for an Akai MPC Live 2? Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. These aren't even in the same category. I would say if you don't care about the sounds and you're just looking for like the simplest sequencer that gives you flexibility in terms of 6 different tracks and the ability to just write music, I'd say the Model Cycles is probably a better deal. Or the Model Samples. For me, that's the biggest draw of this thing. It's just like a no frills, just super basic sequencer, but with plenty of length, awesome chance and trigger conditions, and it's very generous with the amount of space it gives you to work in. So for me, someone who came over from the acoustic side of music, working with acoustic drums and working with acoustic bands and that kind of stuff my whole life, more classical composition type stuff, I really struggled to get along with other types of workflows until I discovered this one. You got rid of the Tactical MIDI says you got rid of the cycles and grab the samples. Yeah, I love that there's each option, that you can have one with a bunch of built-in synth engines, or you can have one that lets you use your own samples. These are a bunch of interesting sounds. And then there's people like Derek who love the sounds of the cycles but can't get into the workflow. Which, the Elektron workflow is absolutely not for everybody. It's an interesting beast. I'll say that. I don't know why. It just kind of clicked with me when I got it. But I know there's a lot of people out there. Oh, I couldn't even hear this one. I know there's a lot of people out there who do not enjoy it, and I totally see why, too. That one's cool. Nice little stereo effect there. Yeah, the I/O on the MPCs is pretty outstanding. Little cowbell. Ooh, I like that. That's fun. Cool. That's great. Yeah, that actually sounds like a piece of auxiliary percussion, doesn't it? Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah. Now that's a great sound too. Yeah, nice. Kale. Fun fact, I could never really get into kale as a food. However, I love me some kale chips. Sorry, I had to cough up a storm there. I was thinking about eating kale. It also probably could have been because my mom tried to trick us kids, me and my siblings, into eating kale when we were younger. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Who knows? I'm going to get that Daft Punk copyright? I really hope not. It's a freebeat original, kind of. No, it totally is. Struggle with the Elektron workflow. Don't spend enough time to memorize some of the quirks. Yeah, there are definitely some interesting ones. The hardest one for me, for the longest time, is the function and copy, clear, and paste. Functions are different depending if you have record or write mode enabled or not on the cycles, specifically in regards to clearing stuff, if I remember right. That was a pretty big hurdle for me to overcome. Wow. Okay. A lot of these sounds are very similar to each other. Proceeds to play 3 that sounded nothing alike. Wonk. Remember how I said some had some interesting names? This one's called Woody. And Zap. And Zap with 2 P's. Your wife loves kale. Not so much for you, Too Bitter. Yeah, it does have kind of a strange aftertaste. Like I said, I do really like it if you like bake it into chips. It's a super healthy alternative to like snacking on a bag of potato chips or something. What are these? Rimshot, maybe? It's kind of cool. Okay, that was it for that category. There were 7. Hang on. Track plus blue knob switches selected track sequence position? What do you mean? I'm confused. What am I doing wrong here? Please elaborate. If there's something new, I want to know what it does. Or something that I've missed. I know it's not new. But, yeah. Alright, 10 snare drums. This is where 62 snare drums. I do believe there is a foul named one in here, which is interesting because it comes like that from the box. Or from the factory. Also, snare drums are the Model Cycle's weakest link, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. That's one of my favorites, though. We're coming up on the foul-named one. Well, that's pretty bad, too. I didn't notice that. Goodness. Yeah, like what? Why are you putting that on there, Elektron? That's a crazy sound for a snare drum. That sounds so cool, though. Okay. When you say turn on some lights, I'm going to try this trick out here. I'm actually going to load this in. Okay. Let's go ahead and sequence something here. Oh. Track plus the blue knob. See, we've got two steps highlighted here. Look at that. That's neat. I've never known that. I've never noticed that before. That is really cool. Crazy. Huh. Thank you for the heads up. I am definitely going to use that in the future when I want to do some like hemiola type stuff and make people have no clue where the downbeat is. That's awesome. All right, let's finish up these snare drums here. DJ Kuda's here and says the model cycles looks like hospital gear, and yes, it definitely does. The like the boring gray tone with the blue knob here specifically, very hospital. Very hospital. Maybe next time I'm at the hospital, I'll bring some Freebeat stickers and slap them on there. I will say it's cool that Elektron gives you this giant, like this huge-ass sticker sheet, and you can just sticker stuff wherever you want when you get it. But I didn't do that because at the time, everybody had model cycles on their channels, and everybody had those stickers all over it. So I was like, I'm going to make my own. Except I don't know how to make stickers. Luckily, my wife now, was girlfriend at the time, but now wife knows how to make stickers, so she was able to do that for me. That's just like a great piece to solo with. Yeah, that's fun. Can we, there we go. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's neat too. Classic snare drum sound. Mine, I have an acoustic snare right in the closet here. When I hit it, yeah, it just reminds me of it like perfectly. Amazing. Snare drum Rush, I believe that's the Neil Peart emulated snare drum. Those were jokes, by the way. I will say, with my voice all messed up, I feel like I could do some like, hello everybody, welcome to Freebeat. Tonight we'll be, I don't know, doing some jazz, some smooth jazz. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Some nice, smooth jazz. Well, that got weird, all right. Almost to the end of these. That was not bad. They were bold on this one. They called it useful. Actually, I could see it being useful for like a riser. Yeah, definitely. Zox. All right, that's it for those. Let's see here. We've got synths now, and we have 205. Holy crap. I don't know if we have time to make it through all of these. Hi-Fi Boog is here. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of presets in here, and I always forget about them too. I always just go straight for like designing my own, and I'm very bad at it. But yeah, there's a ton of synth sounds and snares and kick drums and all kinds of great stuff. Wub 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 wub. Well, that's neat. I'm really glad they didn't like do the typical abbreviation for analog in this one. Okay, we're gonna have to use this in a main channel video again. Maybe I'll do a whole thing about exploring the presets. And then I'll like write down my favorites and do a video about that. If there's a song mode update, I wish. But I don't think we're getting any more updates for this thing. Excuse me, I just had to cough my lungs out there. Yeah, there's a ton of good stuff in here. Honestly, these presets are a very good indication of what this can actually do, way better than anything I've found on YouTube, and that includes my own content. Anthony, yes, you can save your own custom presets as well. That one is called Kofifi. Oh my god. There are some fun folks at the Elektron lab, aren't there? Crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's just a really usable bass sound. Excuse me, bass sound. I think at $400 US, I think it is overpriced, actually. I think I agree with you there, Anthony. At the $300 US that I bought mine at, I think it was a great price, and I feel like I've really gotten a lot of value out of it, and I'm going to continue to do so. At $400 though, it's definitely I think a steep price to be asking. I'm sure it's worth it for some folks out there. But yeah, that is pretty pricey. I will say, I know we were talking about the MPC stuff earlier. It's far easier to write and arrange in odd time signatures, especially if you have to change through those during the course of a song. It's much easier to write through those on this device and this sequencer than it is on the MPC. It's a nightmare on the MPC. Just one of the worst experiences you can have. like that I've ever had, like working with any kind of music gear ever. Okay, so we've barely gone through a quarter of these sounds. Actually, we're right at about a third. Game Boy. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's go to the last category here, because it's toms, and we have 13 of them. This is another weak spot, in my opinion. I love that one though. Yeah, that's it for toms. Just scrolling through synths. All right. I know we didn't go through all of them there. I am going to start wrapping things up, though, because I don't know how much more of this my voice can take. But a couple of announcements to those of you in here. Get a little sneak peek. And anyone who's watching this on demand after the fact. Excuse me one second. I'm going to cough. Myself and the Freebeat Live crew, which is myself, my wife, my friend Oliver, and his wife, have started work on the next Freebeat Live concert, which is going to be next month in August. I believe right now the tentative name is going to be Freebeat Live Just Married. If you haven't attended a Freebeat Live concert before, it's a live stream just like this, but I am set up typically at a drum set or a way to play live electronic music for you all. I will typically feature some of my subscribers' tracks. In this case, I believe we're going to be featuring a few patrons' tracks. Goodness, my voice. But it's a lot of fun. I play like a full concert for you, a full live set. There's a light show. We've got like fog machines and stuff, and we just try to emulate the feel of hanging out at a live concert. They're a lot of fun. We haven't done one since last December, I think. And yeah, I'm just itching to get back out there and play for you all. The set list it's not going to be as crazy as it was last summer we did like a 3-hour show, including subscribers' music. I don't think it's going to be that ambitious. We are looking at 2 showtimes though, one for the US based audience and then one for overseas. Try to make it so everybody can check out a show if you want. But yeah, that will be announced. We'll probably be announcing it on Patreon in just a couple days, and then I'll be announcing it on the main channel like 1 or 2 days after that. So be on the lookout for that. Excuse me. I will also be at KnobCon this year. I've made a video about that, but it's coming up, so I want to start talking about it. I will be at KnobCon September 8th through the 10th, I believe just outside of Chicago, Illinois. I've got my hotel booked. I'm going to be driving, which is going to be a adventure from Oregon to Chicago. It's like a 3-day drive. Lady Freebeat cannot go, unfortunately, but she did want me to drive along, so I'm going to be taking her sister with me, which we're super close and good friends, so that should be a fun time. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting trip. Hopefully going to be able to meet a lot of you out there at KnobCon. Shout out to all of my patrons who, behind my back, basically organized a fundraiser to send me to KnobCon. They paid for my tickets, my hotel, my gas, and like 99% of everything else. Like, I think, out of pocket, I think I'm paying less than $100 for this trip. And I just absolutely speechless to that. So thank you to all my patrons. You know who you are if you're in here. Just incredible. I cannot believe it. If you would like to support the channel and become a patron, feel free to do so. There is a link down below. It's patreon.com/freebeat. Rewards start at as little as just $1 a month, and that gets you access to our community Discord server, which is a lot of fun. A lot of smart people in there, way smarter than me, as well as weekly behind-the-scenes vlogs and content. You get content every single day on the Patreon page. All of the off days on the channel I always post over there. But yeah, that's my pitch for the Patreon for you all. And I just want to thank them again. I just looked up at my ceiling and I see a beetle and a spider, and they're about to duke it out. I don't think I can flip the camera around. Where's my phone? I kind of want to film. Oh, my phone's out in the living room. Damn. Oh, well, no, the beetle just fell. Okay. Well, you had your chance, bud. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Thank you all so very much for hanging out. I don't know about you, but I'm totally inspired by the model cycles now, and I'm gonna go and make that preset video or put it on my list anyway. Thanks for putting up with my voice. I'm gonna have this cough drop and go see what Lady Freebeat wants for dinner. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I had a good time. I hope you did too. Like and subscribe if you haven't. I think you're all subscribers though to the channel. Join the Patreon page if you'd like. Really does help out. And thanks again. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.